What's up, folks? I'm back. Yes, my X account. I've got it figured out. Thank God. I want to thank David Wilcock for helping me out and hooking me up with one of his friends that works at X that was able to really escalate everything and get me to the right source so I can get this handled, man. I got to tell you, folks, it was almost like I've never felt so violated. And this is cyber violation. So it was like it was almost like as if you're away on a trip and you have, let's say you have cameras at your house and you watch just somebody come into your house, start raiding your fridge. You don't know who this person is, like some bum, raiding your fridge, using your phone, laying on your couch, using your shower, sleeping in your bed. It was crazy. For 3 days, this guy had total access to my account. And I guess he was trying to sell some token or something like that. I got the account back. I haven't felt this violated since Boy Scouts. But that's a story for another time. Or was it when I was an altar boy? Let me think about that for a second. I don't know. It's a tie. Anyway, I got to tell you, man, this is crazy. And you know what? It's like if it wasn't for David Wilcock, like hooking me up with this person to expedite this and get this, to thank you, Robert Kennedy. If it wasn't for David Wilcock to get this through to his friend to escalate this, I don't know. I'd probably still be without an X account right now. Like he had to make some calls and like get me through to these people. Like I don't know, folks. Like this is crazy how they're just able to just hack and close you out of your own account, and it's like. So it's like having this person in your house and you're watching everything on a camera and you're calling the police and the police are like, well, you got to prove it first. And or they're just not taking your calls and putting you on hold while this person ransacks your house and you just have to watch everything in absolute horror. It's crazy. It's crazy. Hopefully my mic's working okay, but I feel better today that this got handled. Folks, you can Venmo me, 𝗀-ROD1977. 𝗀-ROD1977. Hopefully you all didn't answer any of the DMs from me. I still haven't been able to change the profile picture, so I guess I'm like the WNBA. Kind of looks that way. The NBA ball player. I don't even know who he is. Who's the guy on my profile account right now? I don't even know. Anyway, folks, you can Venmo me, 𝗀-ROD1977. 𝗀-ROD1977. When the lights go out on Amazon, please leave an honest review. Also, when the Mexican Mix, my mom's book, and that's on Amazon as well. Folks, Noble Gold. Get your Noble Gold. It's quick. Don't worry. Don't just give me a second. I'll finish this up in a hurry. As we enter 2025, de-dollarization is accelerating. China and BRICS nations are reducing their dependence on the U.S. dollar, and their secret weapon is, drum roll please, gold. China is buying all the gold, quietly underreporting their purchases. Why? Because they know gold's global value, its ability to withstand economic shocks, and its immunity to manipulation. This isn't just about nations, it's about you. Gold is your personal hedge against uncertainty. Noble Gold Investments can help you secure your financial future with gold. Visit noblegoldinvestments.com now, and with a qualified account, receive 10 1-ounce silver American Eagle coins. That's Noble Gold Investments, folks. noblegoldinvestments.com. Gosh, man, what a crazy last 3 days this has been for me. It's crazy. We had a really bad storm here, and the winds were just like, I got to say, they were over 60 miles an hour. And my house was shaking from the winds, and it blew my Starlink out. So, hey, note to self, if you have a Starlink, make sure you have a backup internet because, yeah, it can blow your satellite right off the roof, which it did to me. I'm on backup internet right now, so you don't think about those things. Thank God I had my backup internet. Anyway, I want to give a shout out to the construction team, a construction team that listens to my shows on site, working for the rich fat man or making the fat man rich. Saw you on my X account. What's up, fellas? Work hard out there. Labor never hurt it. Good manual labor has never hurt anybody, folks. Folks, Spotify, Nino's Corner, Telegram, Nino's Corner, Getter, Nino's Corner, Rumble, Nino's Corner. Bill Corbin, thank you. True Social, David Rodriguez, Boxer. I think that's what it is. Yeah. TikTok and IG, Nino's Corner.tv. Trying to get my Instagram and TikTok back up to par now that, well, supposedly now that Meta is not censoring anymore for political stuff. Yeah, we'll see about that. I haven't seen any changes. We'll see. We'll see. We'll play it out. Let's see what happens. X is, it should be Nino Boxer right now. That's what it should be right now. Let's see what happens. I still have that profile pic on my, man. Yeah, so I can't change the profile pic or certain things yet because it's under review, so I'm waiting to hear back. But at least I got my account back. At least I got that. Folks, patriotwear.com. Bing, right there. Get yourself some gear, hats, shirts, and socks. And I got some tumblers. I got some coffee mugs. Everything you might need. All right, Nino's Corner.tv. This is big. This is big. I got 𝗬𝗏 Hutcherson coming on talking about the terrorist facilities. So she's a privately funded operation. She does operational missions all along the border and basically knows where all these training facilities are. So I'm going to put up a video for FluffTube and then one for the back channel where we go into detail about this stuff and how we can expect terrorist attacks without a doubt to happen coming into this whole year. So I've said it for 40 years on this channel anyway, folks. Those of you that have been here know that I've been saying this over and over and over and over again. And so, yeah, they're going to be activated. So get ready. But we all can expect it now. We're all expecting this. We know what's going on. 𝗬𝗏 Part 1 is up right now on Nino's Corner.tv where we do we talked about the LA firefighter, the LA fires. Isn't it kind of weird that he was there when the Tesla truck blew up? Huh? Isn't that kind of weird? And now he's in LA with the fires raging. I'm like, why are you there if the fires are all around you? Well, Nino, I gotta, whatever. And I'm thinking to myself, man, you're always there when something happens. Transformers are blown up all around him. I'm like, wow. Anyway, I'm not saying he's any part of it, but maybe he knows. He did buy a fire truck, a few months ago. He says, people are gonna get a kick out of this, Nino. I'm like, why are you buying a fire truck? It didn't register with me. I guess it's kind of cool. Now it registers with me. Now I'm like, oh, you must know something. You must know something. That's why you bought a fire truck. Just saying. I'm just saying. So Juanito's Part 1 and Part 2, where we're going to do the rest of the decode on the funeral. He didn't want to make Melania mad. So I kind of got some details wrong about what she was wearing. She was kind of dressed like a Puritan look, like a pilgrim. And on her collar, we'll talk about that right now. So just stay with me. We're going to talk about what she was wearing. Also, the discussion that what were they talking about? Looked like they were chummy, really nice. Like they've been friends for years. Nothing could be further from the truth. I'm going to tell you right now, folks. Melania, look at Melania. She says it all. No expression on her face. She didn't even want to be there. What happened to Big Mike? I guess he was having a bad hair day. Gosh. All right, so 𝗬𝗏 Part 1 and 2 is coming up pretty soon. And, folks, I got something even bigger. If you want to make sense, and this is this video right here. So a lot of you know I had 𝗵𝗶𝗶𝗶 on talking about the moon landing and how that was a bunch of right? Well, now I'm putting up cosmic clearance. Daniel M. Salter, his grandsons, Daniel M. Salter had a cosmic clearance. His grandsons, he's disclosed a lot of information to his grandsons. He wrote a book about it. Not everything is disclosed in the book. But on my show, on Nino's Corner.tv, that I'm getting ready to put up tonight, this is big. Everything you need to know about the real war that's going on that's off-world. Now, this guy had a cosmic clearance, which is 38 levels above top secret. His grandsons came on my show to talk about this. Now, this is very important because you think you know everything. You don't. You don't. What this also leads to the alien card they're getting ready to play, and it will be a bunch of bullshit. I'm just going to tell you that right now. But they came on, I think it was Daniel and Derek that came on my show and showed me the documentation, all the stuff from his military, what these things really are, who's controlling them, who's controlling humanity. This guy with a cosmic clearance disclosed everything on my channel. I was almost too nervous to put this out. That's not something I could put on YouTube. I'm not going to even try it. But it is on ninoscorner.tv, and it's about an hour and a half long. And we go into a lot of detail on what's really happening on the surface and subterranean. So they control these entities, the surface and the subterranean. They control the tunnels. They control levels below that. Basically, they keep us distracted with us, the left and right paradigm, always constantly fighting with each other. And this is just, notice history repeats itself. They keep us distracted. They keep us fighting with each other. And religion, they keep us in this dogma. I'm leaving it for you all to I'm going to lay it out for you all to play it out, okay? So go to ninoscorner.tv. You don't want to miss this. Probably my biggest interview yet, my biggest podcast yet. I'm very proud of it. Huge, man. The information they disclose on it, you're just like, I couldn't even sleep, honestly. Because now it's like, to me, it's verified. To me, it's validated. And anyway, I'll see you at ninoscorner.tv. We'll be talking about it. Mike King coming on. 𝗬𝗵𝗶𝗶𝗃 is coming on. Kevin Shipp is the next general in the general's tent on the 28th of this month, 5 p.m. So lots of big stuff. Also, like I said, Christy Hutcherson talking about the terrorist facilities that will be activated. They're here training right now. Do you think really when Trump says, okay, time for mass deportations, they're just going to say, oh, okay, we all. So thank you very much. We go home now. I don't think so. They're getting ready to be activated, from what I understand. And we go into in-depth conversation on this on ninoscorner.tv. All right, folks, you might want to turn it down or turn it up, baby. Yeah. This one's a special shout out for my construction team guys. Hey, we're working pretty hard. All right, this is for you guys right here. Michelle Christians, thank you very much. Nino's Corner TV is fire. All right, here we go, folks. Coming at you live from the apocalypse, baby. Oh, yeah. Are you telling me it's not the apocalypse? Tell that to the people in LA right now. Apocalyptic fires raging all over LA. This is insanity, folks. I don't know. So, hearing the damages are now over $150 billion in LA, folks. $150 billion in LA. What an awkward situation, right? All right, so look, check this out. Is it me, or does it feel like, I don't know, it's a cleansing? Now, I feel very bad for the people that are, being forced out of their homes. How many people right now are evacuating? Is it over 100,000? I heard the whole LA County now has to evacuate. Guess what that means? Texas is about to get some more residents. Texas, Austin. Yeah, Austin. You're about to get an influx of about, I don't know, probably a few 100,000 people, if not a million. Think about this for a second. Where do you think these people are going to go? They're going to come to Texas, Arizona. Where else? I mean, they're leaving. This is the last land grab. Can I say that on here? Land grab by who? That's who. Think about this. And then think about, I don't know, Trump inviting Xi Jinping to the inauguration, and he said, no, thank you. No, thank you. But my drones will be there. Gotta say, man, I don't know. This all, it all adds up to me, to be quite honest with you. And I don't know. I mean, there's been a lot of hearsay, allegedly, that Area 51 has been tracking certain things, using certain technologies. I can't go into it too much here, but on Nino'sCorner.tv, we sure do. So, a lot going on. I got to say that I think it's an attack, in my opinion. And Juan goes into it on Nino'sCorner.tv. We're going to do it part 2, where he called me 3 times last night to tell me we got to do part 2. There's a lot of stuff I wasn't able to say, Nino. I got to say it. I got to make things right. I got to do it. I got to say these things. And he wants to talk more about the funeral because he felt like where we left off wasn't right. So as far as I know, only partial. The funeral decode on Nino'sCorner.tv will be. We'll talk a lot more about it probably today. So it was a very awkward situation at the funeral. You saw everyone there very uptight, almost expressionless. Folks, this whole thing with, oh, that's not really them. It's not them. That's not Hillary. Yeah. Okay, that's what I think about that. All right. That's what I think about that. Sure looked like her, and she was pissed. But I didn't see Big Mike, so that was kind of, I wonder what he's doing. Anyway, it's Kamala, the Bush family. We're all there, just quiet. Very, very awkward. Very, very, they almost looked like they wanted to jump out of their skin. Trump smiling, even laughing during their conversation. What were they talking about? I'm going to read a transcript right now, supposedly what they were talking about. And on Nino'sCorner.tv, we're going to talk more about this with Juan because I think he understands what the conversation was about. So we're going to talk about that. Let me just fix this for a second. There you go. So nobody looked like they wanted to be there. Nobody looked like they could even stand to be there. They all had to show up, though. There's a lot of people that were not there. Where was Jeb Bush? Where was Big Mike? There was a few people there that I was like, Kamala wasn't. It was like they were all just. They could not believe that Trump was going to be president. They're all still very shell-shocked, very angry, disgusted, frustrated. The whole paradigm's coming to an end. We have 10 days to go today. 10 days to go to the inauguration. Now, with that being said, I'm hearing a 4th riot fence is being put up around the U.S. Capitol. A 4th one. Blue arrows where each ring of the fence is. I've seen pictures of it. It's a 4th fence. Now, I've seen 2 fences. Never a 4th. Never a 3rd and never a 4th. This is unprecedented as far as I know. Maybe you guys know more than me. Put it in the chats. So let me know. But it was pretty interesting sitting right there beside them. But what we should be paying attention to, folks, it was Melania's outfit. Remember, she's used, how many times did Trump say that? I mean, Juanito say this. She's used as a flag, as a messaging type of, her outfits carry messages. She was not saying anything. You could see it on her face. She was disgusted. She didn't want to be there. You could almost see that she could feel the evil around her, right? Am I right in saying that? Give me a thumbs up. You could see Melania just sitting there like she did not want to be there. She was around pure evil. That's the way I saw it. So Melania, if you look at Melania, it says everything. Trump has to play poker. Melania doesn't. Melania does not. Now, what was she wearing? She was dressed like a Puritan. She was dressed almost like a pilgrim. And she was wearing, from what I can see, a baby on her collar. And then I forgot the artist's name, but the Kiss of Death on the other collar. So it looked like the Kiss of Death. Can someone put it in here? I forgot to put the artist's name. The Kiss of Death on one collar. And then on the right, or on the, what was it? Yeah, I get my right and left confused. Hey, yo. And then the other one was like a baby. A fucking baby, as Juan would like to say, a cherub. Gucci Valentino designed it. It was like it was a baby cherub embracing. But why? Why do you need those pictures on two really huge collars? Valentino, yeah, she looked beautiful. She's so classy. So what was she messaging? What was she telling everybody? Especially, what was she telling them by wearing the kiss of death on one of her collars? The kiss of death, like you're done. That's the way I see it. You're done. You're done. And then what? It was a baby's. It looked like a little baby's ass on the other collar. I don't know much about artwork. Although, did you guys know that Sancho can doodle? My mother used to call me Davy Doodles. My friends used to make fun of me. Davy Doodle. My friend, oh man, I never lived that down. Even in high school, fuck. Did you guys like the podcast I put up with my friend Joel Carpenter? Give him a follow. It's 𝗬𝗃 Syndicated. He's starting his own little podcast. Former Army Ranger, really good guy, really salt of the earth. One of my best friends. I've known him over 30 years. One of the few guys that I'm still friends with, even after boxing. He never really came to my fights, though. He was busy doing. He was an Army Ranger. He was doing his stuff, but we always met up. I went to Savannah, visited him, and we always had a really good time, man. He was always a good friend of mine. He lives in Austin now. That's why I go to Austin a lot. I love Austin. Mr. David. Oh, so Trump sentenced to unconditional discharge. So, all right. What does that mean? Well, it means no prison, no probation, no conditions. So that sounds pretty good to me. Not even community service. Sancho got community service. You're telling me Trump can't even get community service? I don't know. So let's go through the decode of supposedly what was being discussed at the funeral. So a lip reader read this. A lip reader put this out. New York Post forensic lip reader deciphered the conversation. Trump leaned, according to this lip reader, Trump leaned and said, "I've pulled out of that. It's the conditions." Can you imagine that? Laughed as Trump added, "And after, I will. Call me at the foy after." Yep. Trump during their exchange, possibly referring to the National Cathedral's foyer. And said, "Can you just, it should be good." He said, "Can you just, it should be good. I can't talk. We have to find a quiet place sometime. This is a matter of importance, and we need to do this outside so that we can deal with it. Certainly today," Trump said, then nodded. So, you know, what's going on here? I still look at Melania as she's the one sending out the real message, but that's where Trump can say or do or laugh or whatever. Melania is, from my understanding is that Melania is the one delivering the real message. She's the one delivering the real messages. Look at her. Look at what she's wearing and what was on her collars. The kiss of death and a baby cherub. Why a baby? I don't know. So let's talk about it on Nino's Corner.tv today. Supreme Court rejects Trump's request to stay. Well, I just kind of went over this, but the Supreme Court on January 9th rejected President-elect Trump's request to halt proceedings in his New York business records case, removing a potential barrier to sentencing scheduled today, which I just told you what the sentencing was. So this has zero relevance. This was from Scent Offender. A major emergency is unfolding as flames from the Eaton fire now reach the telecommunication station atop Mount Wilson to the north of Los Angeles. With these towers used for TV, radio stations, and critical communication systems for first responders across Los Angeles County. Would you imagine that? So are you all like me? Are you guys thinking this right now? Like, this is pretty interesting. It's almost symbolic to watch Hollywood burn. Burn. Yeah. I don't know. I'm kind of enjoying it. I'm not enjoying the people having to leave their homes and all the distress and all that, but it's kind of weird, right? Wouldn't it be really weird if the Hollywood sign caught on fire? I would think that's pretty weird. Well, you know, another thing I find weird is that fucking Juanito bought a fucking fire truck, I don't know how many months ago. Why? He really did buy a fire truck, folks. He bought a fire truck. He knows this. He knows what's coming. And then he's in L.A. while the fires are going off all around him. And I'm talking to him, and he's like, yeah. And I can hear a fucking transformer. Ba-boom! He's also in Vegas at the Trump Hotel when the Tesla fucking car goes. I don't know. Man, fuck. I'm just saying he knows things. Why you don't keep bringing that guy on? I don't, because that's why. Palisades fire devastates LA County, jumps inside as winds batter Southern California. Tens of thousands have fled their homes as a brush fire in the Pacific Palisades. I don't know how you say that. It has burned more than 17,200 acres. I heard it's more than that now. Is it over 300,000 acres? Where is it at now? Can someone put it in the chat? I know you guys always pick up where I leave off. Sometimes these articles, after I put it together the night before, the next day it's already old news. So a lot of you have to help me out here. Valentino is the designer. Yes. Is it Gucci Valentino? I don't know. I don't know anything about design. Obviously, look at me. I wear t-shirts and hats. They have stains on it. I have sweat stains. I'm a mess, folks. I'm a mess. So, folks, if you see me testing out my lives, I'm going to be doing it on StreamYard. We're going to be testing it because I feel like I need to have a nice little banner on the bottom running with this Nino's Corner.tv. Orale, come to Nino's Corner.tv, have some cervezas, hang out with us. So, yeah, by the way, if you're part of the 𝗏𝗏 family and you're Nino's Corner.tv, thank you very much. Orale. At a news conference Thursday morning, Los Angeles City Mayor Karen Bass referred to the events as unprecedented, historic firestorm. She said the priority across the region remains people's lives and protecting the homes. Except I don't know why we don't have water. We don't have any water in the fire hydrants. The Los Angeles Fire Department said the Palisades fire started Tuesday at 10:30 a.m. near 1190 North Piedra Morada. Doctor with winds reaching at least 40 miles per hour. The flames quickly spread to about 200 acres and grew exponentially. Yeah, it's like, how much is it now? I don't even know where it's at. But you got to think they just all the insurance that canceled days before the fire. So they kind of knew something, didn't they? Hollywood Boulevard is evacuated as wildfires erupt in Celebrity epicenter. Another 100,000 told to escape now as horror images show LA neighborhoods reducing to ashes and death toll rises. Oh, by the way, folks, I got someone very big involved with Diddy coming on Nino's Corner.tv, and I'm talking big, and they're going to spill the beans on a lot of stuff. You got to get, folks, you don't want to miss this one. It's coming on Nino's Corner.tv. You're not going to want to miss this. They're going to tell you everything about Diddy, and guess who else? 𝗀𝗵𝗶𝗶𝗃, yeah. Celebrity culture is dead. Celebrity culture is dead. I'm telling you that right now. I'm not going to put this on FluffTube, but that person is going to be on Nino's Corner.tv. Going to be probably up to Cosmic Clearance is my biggest podcast thus far. After that, it's going to be this one. Diddy, you diddler. Hollywood Boulevard has been evacuated with 100,000 people told to flee, with 6 wildfires raging as the apocalyptic skies of Los Angeles continue to fill with smoke. Gosh, tell me this isn't symbolic, man. This is like the wrath of Hollywood, right? I'm telling you, if we watch the Hollywood, wouldn't that be something if the Hollywood sign burned down? That would be like the clincher. That would be the clincher right there. The death of Hollywood, man. Watch that sign. If that sign goes up in flames, I will just be like, wow. Wow. Maybe that would be like the fucking beginning of my show. I'll make that the beginning of my show. The LA Fire Department issued an evacuation order for people in the area with Hollywood Boulevard in the south, Mulholland Drive to the north, the 101 freeway to the east, and Laurel Canyon Boulevard to the west. All iconic addresses in showbiz have to evacuate. The latest fires mean huge swaths of iconic Southern California real estate from Malibu to Santa Monica and from. So I heard my friend 𝗀𝗃𝗍𝗶𝗶 David, I heard you lost your house, mate. Fuck that. Sorry. My prayers are out for 𝗀𝗃 and his family. I haven't been able to get hold of that guy in like months, man. I don't know what he's doing, but 𝗀𝗃, if you can hear me, call me, mate. Call me, okay? Okay. I'm sorry about your house. At least 5 people have lost their lives in the disaster. Very sad. Prayers out to them. With 2,000 structures collaborated, and I've heard it's over 10,000 structures now. Wow. Obliterated. Obliterated. And thousands of people left with nothing but ash across the city. Private firefighters hired to guard mansions from LA fires as entitled millionaire is blasted over tone-deaf post. A millionaire has been slammed for asking if any private firefighters were available to protect his home as devastating wildfires ravaged Los Angeles. I don't know why you get mad at this guy. I mean, he's only trying to protect his home. Keith Wasserman, an LA-based real estate developer, swiftly deleted a post in which he requested private firefighters to come to his Pacific Palisades home. Does anyone have access to private firefighters to protect our home in Pacific Palisades? He asked in a viral post on X. I mean, you can't blame the guy. I mean, I think most of us would do the same thing. Sancho would be outside with a garden hose trying to water the house. I'd be spraying my house with the water from the hose. I'd be watering my house. I would be outside with the garden hose protecting the neighborhood. Sancho would save the whole neighborhood with the garden hose. I would just water the neighborhood. Hey, orale. And then I would get a slip and slide. And I would create a slip and slide and we'll have a fucking party. Oh. Rose Bowl Stadium barely recognizable after being turned into a makeshift home for stricken families during LA fire. So the iconic Rose Bowl Stadium looks much different now than usual as multiple wildfires engulf the surrounding Los Angeles area. The horrifying Southern California fires have destroyed more than 1,000 structures and claimed at least 5 people, according to the reports. Authorities have issued a level 2 evacuation warning around the Rose Bowl Stadium in Pasadena. Fortunately, the Rose Bowl hasn't been affected by the wildfires. The Rose Bowl. So, like a good neighbor, go fuck yourself. Yeah, exclusive. State Farm slammed for cutting coverage for thousands. Before. The key word here is before. That's the key word here. Before the LA fires. What did they know? But I thought this was an accident. I thought it was a bunch of illegal immigrants causing fires. See, people are posting that right now. It's kind of like an Oswald thing, don't you think? Major insurance companies have provoked the ire of California homeowners, including Hollywood stars, after revoking fire coverage for tens of thousands of residents just months before devastating wildfires tore through Los Angeles. Wow. So I guess we can know who. I know. Now we know who we know who knows something. Okay. So you are a pile of crap for canceling insurance policies. Comedic actor Rob Schneider ranted against State Farm today. He's one of the several stars, including James Wood, who are outraged by the cancellations. More than 45 square miles and 1,300 structures have been destroyed in the LA area As of Thursday, since the wildfires erupted across the region, causing an estimated 48 billion. I've heard it now. It's 150 billion in damages. You guys hear this? Yeah, 15-minute. You know what? Well, I don't know. I don't think they're going to achieve that with Trump coming in. I'm just going to tell you that right now. There's a reason why he invited Xi Jinping and Xi Jinping declined. That's another calm. Pay attention to what's going on here behind the scenes. Xi Jinping. Drone strikes firefighting aircraft over Palisades fire. Fire officials in Southern California have informed the FAA that a firefighting aircraft struck a drone, or a drone struck that. Why would they put it like that? As it was flying over the Palisades fire near the Los Angeles County coast, the agency said Thursday. The strike was reported Thursday on the third day of the wildfire. One of six burning in Los Angeles County. The aircraft landed safely. The FAA will investigate the collision. NBC News has reached out to CAL FIRE, the state firefighting agency, for more information. Fuck. Now, they say, like, when you're flying commercial or whatever, like a bird, if it gets sucked into the engine, can fucking down a plane. Now we have to worry about drones, okay? That's scary to me. Weather Channel confirms it did not share footage of human remains after LA wildfires. The Weather Channel has confirmed it did not share footage of human remains in the aftermath of the LA wildfires after viewers claimed to have spotted a body. TV watchers said debris spotted on screen resembled a dead person, but the Weather Channel has since told this syndicate that it was rubble from a ruined house. Let's get to Biden. Biden administration releases 11 Yemeni detainees with suspected al-Qaeda ties from Guantanamo Bay, including 2 alleged former bin Laden bodyguards. The Pentagon announced Monday that it has released 11 Yemeni detainees with suspected ties to al-Qaeda from the Guantanamo Bay military prison in Cuba. Wait a second, but I thought he had no control over Guantanamo Bay and Gitmo and all this shit. So, but he's releasing prisoners, okay, folks? So that should tell you a lot, man. Tell you a lot. I'm trying to figure this out just like you all. The Pentagon noted that Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin notified Congress in 2023 on his intent to repatriate the 11 Yemeni detainees to Oman, I guess you could say. The United States appreciates the willingness of the government of Oman and other partners in supporting ongoing U.S. efforts focused on responsibility reducing to the detainee population and ultimately closing Guantanamo Bay facility, the DoD said. Ultimately closing Guantanamo Bay. That's what they want to do. They want to ultimately close Guantanamo Bay. Let's see what happens. Could AOC be the next big star of the Democratic Party? Well, let's see. Could this be AOC's moment? Well, let's see. Representative Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, Democrat from New York, scored a big win this week after suffering a stringing defeat in December. This week, she won a coveted competitive seat on the Energy and Commerce Committee. It's a committee position she has wanted since she entered Congress 6 years ago. The last time she tried for an open spot was at the end of her first term when she was ignored. Oh, boy. So now, okay, so I guess what they're going to try to do now is make her the next big star. Oh, boy. That's who they're going to try to push now. AOC, what does she have? Like, I would give her, look, maybe an IQ of 70. I would actually, if I was at the roulette table and I had to gamble on her IQ, I'd be like, oh, man, that's a tough one. Either she's brilliant and playing this role, which that could be it. She could be absolutely a genius and she's playing this to get where she's at. or she's just a couple steps close to that, which I think is it. And if I had to put my money on that, that's what I'd put it on. I'd be like, no, IQ maybe of a 70, maybe 80. That's what I room temperature IQ, just maybe a little lower than that. I'd have to go on that because if I when I look back on her videos and the things that she said, there's just no way it's higher than that. It can't be. It can't be. It's got to be. It could be 60s. It could be 60s. Yeah, it could be 60s. How did she get her job? She's a bartender, right? And she went to like a casting call. And like, you're going to be the new congressman. That's what we're dealing with. Breaking iconic actor James Woods. God, I'd love to get that guy on my show sometime. You know what? My favorite part of what do you think my favorite movie of his is? What's y'all's favorite part with it? My favorite part is when he plays the exorcism in that movie. I think it's what's it? Is it Scary Movie? I don't know. Scary Movie. James Woods plays the priest. Have you guys seen this? He starts banging her. Oh, well, get behind me, Satan. I don't know. Oh, boy. And then he's bombing the restroom after that. Have you guys seen this? It's hilarious. James Woods. I'm telling you, he's funny. I think, yeah, Scary Movie. That's right. Watch that movie. James Woods movie. Oh, God, that guy's funny. That guy's like fucking hilarious. And he's witty. He's witty as hell. So, iconic James Woods confirms homeowner insurance policies were canceled in mass months before the fires in Palisades. Wow. So, legendary Hollywood actor James Woods, whose home was reportedly destroyed by the fires, claimed on X that a major insurance company canceled all policies in his neighborhood about 4 months ago. So they must have known something. Gotta tell you, Beyonce's mother, her beach house in Galveston has been foreclosed upon, taken by the bank. Beyonce's mother's Galveston beach house sustained significant damage during Hurricane Ike in 2008. The city deemed the property a public safety hazard, leading to a years-long legal battle. The house was recently foreclosed on after failing to attract any bids at an auction. Galveston, Texas, after years of back and forth, the city of Galveston is taking action on Beyonce's mom's beach house. Tina Knowles. The house owned by Tina Knowles was damaged during Hurricane Ike in 2008, and city officials eventually deemed the home a public safety hazard. Have any of you ever been to Galveston? I spent a lot of time in Galveston. That's the home of Jack Johnson, the first black heavyweight champion fighter. Do you know that? Did you guys know that? Little fun fact there. Galveston, Texas, the home of Jack Johnson, first black heavyweight champion, and the home of my manager back in the day. I used to go back and forth to Galveston and Houston all the time. I hated it. I did not like Houston. I think it's because I associate Houston with boxing and training camps, and I used to have to live in the boxing gym. I had a shitty little apartment. Back in the day when I was coming up in boxing, I had a fucking apartment with a mattress on the floor. I had blow-up furniture. Like, I had fucking nothing. Nothing. Ike and Tina. Good one. Peace Fish Cup. Peace Fish. Man, that's a good one. That was witty. That was very, very witty. H-Town. There's really not much to do in H-Town. I mean, I went out there a few times. I'm like, To me, it's just like a big concrete city of nothing. I don't really enjoy it too much. I like Austin. I used to love Dallas, but Dallas changed too. Austin, I still love Austin. I always have my heart, but Austin is not the Austin it used to be. It's not the Austin of the 90s or early 2000s when it was just like the gem of Texas and people were just finding out about it. I used to tell my friends, bro, wait until everyone finds out about this place. It's a done deal. Watch. Everyone's going to move here. I am on record saying that. Ask any of my friends. And then now it's like the hottest city in America. I think it's I think it's I think there's more people moving there than any city in America. 𝗀𝗂𝗯𝗀𝗋𝗶. I love your show. God bless you and your family. Thank you so much. I try to do this, even with all the shit that's going on in my family right now. I still make it to the podcast, folks. I put on my happy face. I put on the happy face. All right. So Facebook has changed and Instagram has changed. Experts sound alarm. The wildest things you can say now on Instagram and Facebook. Oh my gosh. What are they doing? So exclusive, the move will lead to some tangible changes on the platform, which has around 3 billion users worldwide, not least giving people the freedom to use. So what they're saying here is that people are in an uproar. They can't believe that they're going to change their rules and guidelines. Jeez. Zuckerberg has peeled back restrictions on what can go on Facebook, Instagram, and Threads. Yeah, we know that he had to give in. Otherwise, he would have never done it. He would have never done it. And you all know the same thing I do. You all know the same thing. You know he would have never done it. He would have never peeled this back, only because Trump's coming in and everyone's having to play ball now. It's called winning. It's called Trump being victorious. But, folks, we still got 10 days to the inauguration. Whew, I don't know. Windows closing, man. Windows closing. I don't know, man. I don't know how I really feel about all this. I don't know how I feel about it at all. TikTok ban heads to the Supreme Court tomorrow. Here's what to know. The clock is ticking for TikTok, the Chinese-owned video sharing platform used by nearly half of the country. Could disappear from the U.S. app stores later this month under a new security law. So this could go. On Friday, TikTok will get the chance to argue its case before the Supreme Court, which is deciding whether the government can ban the platform if it doesn't sever ties with China. With the app's fate hanging in the balance, here's a look at the case and the potential fallout. So what is the government's argument for banning TikTok? The U.S. government has expressed alarm about China's control of TikTok for years, but that's okay because they have drones now. So it doesn't even matter. Oh, it doesn't matter about TikTok. Warning that Beijing could exploit the platform's vast amount of user data. You guys remember the balloon, right? The satellite balloon, the weather balloon that flew across America. No one said anything. No one did anything. Got a little bit of play in the news. I think they got everything they needed right there. Okay? I don't think anything matters about TikTok, okay? You know why they're going after TikTok? Because people are allowed to post what the fuck they want on there for the most part. Now, I got 2 strikes on. Can you believe I have 2 strikes on TikTok? Well, third one, I'm out. So I might be getting off TikTok pretty soon. So they are striking my posts on TikTok. So we'll see what happens with TikTok. Scientists mystified by massive structure found deep beneath the Pacific Ocean. So if you listen to the cosmic clearance video today on Nino's Corner.tv that I'll be putting up this evening, it's going to make a lot of sense. And that's why I put this article in here. Supercomputer unveils unexpected anomalies lurking in Earth's lower mantle. Miles beneath the Pacific Ocean in a region of Earth's mantle where conventional wisdom says nothing unusual should exist. Scientists have discovered something extraordinary using innovative technology to analyze seismic waves. Researchers have identified massive structures that challenge fundamental theories about how our planet formed and evolved. It's as if we discovered a new geological continent, not on Earth's surface, but deep within it. Just as doctors use ultrasound waves to peer inside the human body without surgery, geophysicists employ seismic waves from earthquakes to study Earth's deep interior. When earthquakes occur, they send waves in all directions throughout the planet. These waves travel at different speeds depending on the materials they encounter, getting bent, bounced, and scanned along the way. By recording these waves at seismic stations worldwide, scientists can create images of structures, folks, deep within Earth. So you're telling me There's underground structures and cities. Excuse me, folks. This is big. Underground structures and cities under the mantle, deep down. Who the fuck lives there? That's what I want to know. Just saying, folks. Remember all this shit that you're going to see up in the sky, and you're going to be like, oh my God, the aliens are coming. They are coming from the planet Venus. And all the men are coming from Mars, and all the female aliens are coming from Venus, and we're all going to have sex and mate with each other and interbreed. Nah, maybe they're coming from below your feet. I don't know. In what the fuck news, United Healthcare slammed for denying cancer patient surgery while she was on the operating table. So a surgeon has slammed United Healthcare after the insurance giant allegedly disputed her patient's care while she was on the operating table. This is crazy. I swear, these insurance companies, man, I'm not going to say that dude that whatever shot that guy, but I mean, it's crazy. It's crazy, man. I can't believe they could just do this to people. A surgeon has slammed United Healthcare after the insurance giant allegedly disputed her patient's care while she was on the operating table. Dr. Elizabeth Poulter, a plastic surgeon in Texas, claims performing breast reconstructive surgery on a breast cancer survivor when she received a phone call in the operating room. Mid-surgery, Dr. Porter was allegedly told to contact United Healthcare right now about the patient on her operating table, forcing her to stop the surgery and take the call. The insurance representative allegedly needed information about the patient's diagnosis to determine if her inpatient stay should be justified. Dr. Porter said in a TikTok video this week, I was like, do you understand that she's asleep right now and she has breast cancer? And the gentleman said, I don't actually. That's a different department that would know that information. I've never had this happen before, she said. It's out of control. Insurance is out of control. I have no words for this. United Healthcare told this syndicate that Dr. Porter's claims are unconfirmed and that the company would never ask a physician to step out of surgery. But the doctor said this happened. A spokesperson told the syndicate that there are no insurance-related circumstances that would require a physician to step out of surgery, and that would create potential safety risks. We did not ask, nor would ever expect a physician to interrupt patient care to answer a call, and we will be following up with the provider and the hospital to understand why these unorthodox actions were taken. Dr. Porter claims she was performing a bilateral deep interior epigastric perforator DIEP flap procedure, which reconstructs breasts after a mastectomy. Mastectomies which remove one or both breasts are performed in breast cancer patients to get removed diseased tissue. According to the data in the American Society of Plastic Surgeons, around 100,000 breast reconstructive surgeries are performed every year, making it one of the most common procedures in the U.S. Without insurance, the DIEP flap surgery costs anywhere from $30,000 to $50,000. Wow. So Dr. Porter claims she had to leave the operating room to take the call, which could have increased the patient's risk of infection since the area outside of the operating room is not sterile. The patient would also have to be under anesthesia for a longer amount of time, making them more likely to suffer complications like nausea and blood clots. United Healthcare is the nation's largest health insurance conglomerate. The company expected to bring in revenues of $450 billion in 2025, with Thompson believed to earn a salary in the region of $10 million a year. Damn. So United Healthcare has also been accused of using an AI program with a 90% error rate to deny claims. Damn. I can't believe they're able to just call a surgeon out of surgery. I've never heard of that. Can you imagine having heart surgery? And then they call you and what they say, he's not covered. Let him die. Ah! I don't know, man. This is crazy to me. This is absolutely crazy. There's something going on with the insurance, man. I don't know. Don't you feel like they're beginning some kind of narrative here? I mean, you got all this happening, everything happening with the fires, and now this story, and I don't know, man. I look at things now like, what are they really trying to do here? I'll let you all figure that out. Let me know if you guys enjoyed the last show I just put up with Joel Carpenter, my buddy, the Army Ranger. I also have a show premiering tomorrow with Boone Cutler. It's China versus Trump. Xi Jinping versus Trump. Oh, we are going to be very sneaky. We are not going to the inauguration. Oh, we are going to fly drones. Drones all around you. Putting up a fourth fence around Washington. Interesting. I don't know, folks. I don't know anymore. All right, folks, I'm jumping on with, I think we're going on with Dustin Nemos right now, and then I have someone else. Who else do I have today? I don't know. I have some people today. I have some people tomorrow. I have some people the next day. I have Mike King. I have Mike King today, too. So Dustin Nemos and Mike King. I should put them together. See how that plays out. Tomorrow, I have some more peoples. I have 𝗬𝗵𝗶𝗶 coming on. Kevin Shipp, he's the general in the general's tent on ninoscorner.tv. Get ready for Cosmic Clearance on ninoscorner.tv tonight. That's going to be up tonight. Folks, you don't want to miss this. And 107, part 1 and 2 coming up. You don't want to miss it. All right, folks, I'm out of here. And the new heavyweight champion of podcasting and the black sheep of broadcasting, baby. I'm out of here. Later. See you at ninoscorner.tv.